All right. Everybody take a seat. Take a seat, grab yourself a donut. We're going to jump right into this one. We're going to just go right into the first video. But if you guys have never been here before, I see a few new people here. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Go ahead and understand we're just going to be talking about some road strategy. We're going to be talking about some road strategy, the smart rider principles. And hey, how you doing, Danger Ranger? Yes, we got some donuts, Moose Cat. You guys need to stop interrupting. But yeah, we're gonna go right into it. We record these videos. We do about 3, and we're gonna do 3 today. And yeah, we're gonna be posting them a little bit later. So this weekend, you guys get to see them a little early, and I do some editing, you know, do some fun stuff there. But the main goal here is to just kind of figure out what happened and what we can do better, and not make the same mistakes. Okay, so that's gonna be the goal here. So let's go ahead and jump right into this first one. Okay, make sure I hit that record button. Guys, remember, we got to get 100 likes. Typically, we start with 100 likes, but, you know, we're just going to jump right in the first one. We'll hang out after that. So let me make sure I got my pen. You guys weren't chewing on the markers. Okay, the pen works. There we go. Got to hit the record button. Double T. Guys, I'll be saying hi to you guys. I got some updates, some life updates. I got some things that I'd love to share with you guys. I am a busy week this week, so we'll see how it goes. How you doing, Double T? How you doing? You got some good, yeah, Elad, how you doing? God, hopefully I said that right again. I keep forgetting. You said I can call you whatever I want, right? It's electric, Elad, Elad. There, see, I remember. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit the record button. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. This is a Moto Stars video. We got some people crashing. I think that's a little loud. Let me turn that down just a little bit. There we go. All right, so we got a cruiser here.
Who experienced moment of horror just after he failed to...
those gloves don't work very well, guys. Get yourself some real gloves. Ooh, a little bit of a tank wobble there. So we talk about this all the time. So a lot of people say, hey, keep your hands on the handlebars, especially when I'm riding. But the thing is, what I like to do is obviously seek out and recognize hazardous situations. So when we're coming up to here, we're on a bridge. Okay, so we know that when the road transitions to a bridge, there's a transition. It's usually like a bump. But sometimes there's going to be some road surface hazards. So you start seeing it right here. A little bit of a road surface hazard coming up. So we got some construction here. Now, one hand, sure, it might be able to handle. The suspension does pretty well, but this looks like a little bit older cruiser motorcycle, so maybe not the top of the line suspension. But the main thing here is what's happening is when it bumps, it's going to go ahead and shake a little bit. You only have one hand, so it's going to do the whole death wobble thing. So the suspension... it's going to do that a little bit. So when you see stuff like this, either avoid the road surface hazard or put both hands on the handlebars, because that can happen right there. Now, very luckily, he didn't crash. You know, you got gyroscopic precession. You got the physics of things that are going to hopefully keep the bike upright. Usually our inputs are the ones that are going to cause the problems. But got very lucky, and then now they're going to have to pull over and check their pants. Yeah, right? All right, let's move on. Sorry. Fairden, hey, this is a DDFM crew member. Are you in here? No? No? This is a DDFM crew member here. Let's see what happens. I got to get quad lock, buddy. Come on now. Oh!
I'm okay. Holy.
Good job with the braking right after, though. Where'd all your friends about to run into? Great job with the braking. I believe this is in Arizona. At least that's what I remember, Fairden. Gyroscopic. Hopefully I said that right. But anyways, yeah, we got this right here. So he's riding. Remember, we got to watch out for road surface hazards in the intersections, especially with the desert. So those of you in like the woods and everything, you got the leaves and grass, you know, whatever all that green stuff is. Here in Arizona, we have dirt. Okay, so we usually have gravel. Right now it's monsoon season, so it rains pretty much every evening, and you're just going to get stuff kicked up everywhere. Hello from El Salvador. How you doing? So right here, when we're in the middle of a turn, we lose a little bit of traction. You see the little discoloration in the road right there? Oh, look at that. So what is this called? Write in the comments with that rear tire slipping out. What is that called? Like, what is it going to lead into? What could it lead into? There's 2 different possibilities it could lead into. That's considered a crash. I guess a third if he just keeps it upright. Right there. Great job with the progressive braking. He could have went off the road. So good job with the red stage maneuver. Handled it. It's a close call, yeah. So low side, high side, low side, high side. There you go. You can either do a low side, which is going to fall down, turning in, or he's going to start to lose traction, and it's going to bump him up and slide him out. So good job, guys. So right here, if he just continue to fall down and hit his left side, that's a low side. But when it grabs traction again, like that right there, you see how he almost got launched off? Any higher speed, probably, he would have been flying. So he's probably gripping that tank with his legs pretty hard. And then right there, great progressive braking, pulled in the clutch, didn't even stall, handled it. Good job. All right, oh, snap. Open lane pattern. This is going to be something that you typically see when things are moving, but this is a perfect screenshot right here. Take a quick look at this. The car pretty much cuts off that truck. It says it right there. It says it right there, right? And the only escape for that truck is to turn right and swerve right. So we talk about that as motorcyclists, but this truck did a great job doing that. Couldn't stop in time. Didn't have good enough total stopping distance. So as a motorcyclist, we start to see something like this. This is where we need to be paying attention and we seek out and recognize these hazard situations. This is going to be orange stage. Okay, we're kind of prepped and ready. And once again, if you don't know what these are the stages that we have here at the MTC Rider Academy, the Motorcycle Training Concepts awareness stages. That's unit 1, lesson like 1, 2, and 3. We really jump into that. And so anyways, we're just basically paranoid. We're kind of like this gut reaction. We're prepped and ready for things in orange stage. Daniel, welcome. Hey, good name. We come up to here, and now we got to do something. We went from orange stage into red stage. This is where we're in action time. We actually have to do something. You know, if somebody's throwing, like somebody's running at you, wanting to tackle you, are you just going to stand there? Hopefully not, because if you did, that's going to be brown stage. You kind of panicked. You froze. Your goal is to kind of juke them, get out of the way. So same thing with the car. Same thing with the truck. They get in your way, you want to move over. So great job with the swerve. Notice how the guy took up the whole lane. And it's always a Toyota, right? It's either a Prius now, it's a 4Runner, and now it looks like a Tacoma. Oh my gosh. Great job with the swerve, C-SPAN. And he's got a quad lock with the vibration dampener. Very nice. It's a VW. Wait, what?
All it took was a moment of inattention, and the rider in the back made a rather
Is that a red light? Did we just go through a red light? That was a red light. $4,700 in damages. That looks like a red light. What are we doing here? Is that a red light?
A moment of inattention, and the rider in the back made a rather costly mistake.
I don't know. It looks red light to me. But there's the impact. So what we can do here is if we are riding with a group of friends or even just our buddy, we can talk on our little Cardo Pack Talks and say, hey, I'm turning left. You always want to give a little bit more communication. And we talk about that in Unit 6, which is we're working on right now. It's effective communication and active listening. Got lucky there. Mike Kitts, this is the thumbnail for the live stream.
Immediately loses control of the bike after going right.
Write in the comments why this guy crashed. Write in the comments why he crashed. And there's the face. Right shoulder, left hip. Okay, now we're just getting every single, yeah, everything is just getting impacted there. So what we talk about with this is mechanism of injury. Okay, so right here we got right shoulder, right elbow. We have our face. He's got his face shield down, and hopefully that's going to protect him, but it's not going to be enough for the chin. But yeah, thankfully he's got a helmet. So we got right knee, left hip, left shoulder, left elbow. Now we got our back, and we got our lower back, our lumbar, and we got our hands and feet, and his boot fell off. So we see some oil on the road. So we talk about road surface hazards right there. Right there. Road surface hazards could be gravel, it could be just bumps in the road, it could be oil, it could be, you know, whatever, like a little chihuahua or something. Please don't run them over. But if you have to, you have to. But yeah, oil slicks right here. Try to avoid them. They're pretty easy to see if you're paying attention, and the goal is to kind of go around them. But if you do hit them, guess what? Part of being a smart rider is acquiring using personal protective equipment just in case everything else fails. You're going to want to have something that mitigates injuries. And this right here is exactly it. So lost traction. There's not much you're going to do in this situation. There really isn't. It's just going to slide out from underneath you. So Flintstoning it, I see that in the comments. Yeah, I mean, he just lost control. So overall, terrible situation. So this looks like a Chiron. Whoa! Lost a little traction here. This guy crashed his brand new bike. So that's an e-bike. Great job. Are you going to rescue? You going to rescue? Very good.
¿Estás bien, tío?
Sí, sí.
¿Seguro?
Sí, sí. No sé qué le ha pasado, macho. Se me ha embriagado.
Okay.
¿Vamos?
Okay. Okay. Very nice.
¿Correcto? ¿Brazos, todo? Seguro, vale, tía.
So let's go back just a little bit here. Let's figure out a few things. Not that. Let's figure out a few things. So we're coming up here. We're on our e-bike. We're having a great time. I got Super 73s. We got some juice bikes here. Having a great time with that. So take a look at this rider right here. We talk about tight turn from a stop. We talk about, as a very beginner, not even turning, just trying to take off. So friction control or friction zone and throttle control. And then getting into gear. So right here, just dump the clutch. Lost traction. That can easily happen, especially as a brand new rider. I got to get a thumbnail too, by the way. 1 second. Okay. So anyways, I got a thumbnail there. And so he dumps the bike. So right here, we have no gear, and we have a right leg getting trapped underneath the bike. You could easily get lacerations on your calf muscle right there, especially if you don't have high boots or anything like that. It doesn't look like he's got high boots. But lacerations start bleeding, not good. Right arm, if there's any type of metal in the road, any type of sharp objects in the road, start slicing you up. So the guy crashes with his new bike, and no one went to help him. Except for you. You did a great job. Very good. Okay, so at this point, this is when we need to really kind of work on our rescue skills. So we're going to do a little bit of an assessment thing. So let's go ahead and bring this up real quick. So real quick, the rescue awareness. Okay, so remember the first thing here is remaining calm. So you want to stay calm during the accident. He did a great job. He parked his bike. Now he's going to go over to help, okay? So remaining calm. So that way you're not part of the incident. You're not, you're more the secure person. Everyone else is having their adrenaline, fight or flight. You want to go ahead and compartmentalize that during the incident and take care of yourself. So ensure your own safety. Did a great job there. Did a great job. Parked over here. It doesn't look like there's any traffic. And now he's going to move over. He's going to go ahead and look both ways. Very, very good. So traffic is the biggest hazard here. Getting hit by somebody not paying attention. It's very scary. So when I was talking about the lacerations right here, stopping major bleeds, that's something you can totally have control over, especially if there's an external bleeding. Internal bleeding, not too much, but external bleeding. So start bleeding out of the leg. If you have a tourniquet, you can apply pressure, whatever it is. Make sure that person is not bleeding out. That's a big thing here. So quickly assessing the severity. So if he's just like bleeding out everywhere, he's got lacerations, maybe his back is all twisted. The one video where the guy crashed in the guardrail, that just got age restricted. But they're completely destroyed. That's when we start to assess the severity here. Hopefully you've made somebody call 911 at the very beginning, or you call 911 or wherever you're at, whatever the emergency services is, and take care of them. But yeah, this is going to be something difficult to do, but one of the major things that we can do here is stopping those bleeds. All right.
¿Estás bien, tío?
Sí, sí.
¿Seguro?
Sí, sí. No sé qué le ha pasado, macho.
So we got a great question. Definitely don't want to run over a Chihuahua, but if you have to run over something, typically it's going to be something smaller. You want to avoid like coyotes or like javelina or any type of medium to large style or large animal. But if you cannot avoid like a small dog or like a snake or something like that, you might have to run it over. Because if you try to panic brake or slam the brakes, more than likely you're going to dump the bike. So maybe ABS will kick in, maybe not. But hopefully you don't run over dogs. Hopefully you don't. I haven't had that issue, knock on wood. But once again, small things, kind of have to do it sometimes. All right, here we go. Going through here. And we're going to have an uncommon thing. Somebody pull out. There you go, side of the bus. What are you doing, bus? Great job with the escape. Great job with the escape. You don't want to run over cats either. You don't want to run over cats. So right here, we're coming up to here. We have a great line of sight. We don't have very much of an issue. I'm probably in yellow stage here. Just kind of relaxed, zoned in, kind of scanning for things here and there, kind of scanning. Not a big deal. And we get up to here, and all of a sudden the bus starts to creep out. Okay, still not a big deal. They got off the shoulder. But I'm going to be like a little bit of an orange stage. I just don't like it when a vehicle is kind of doing this into my lane. So a little bit of an orange stage here. Remember, because we're planning our ride. We're positioning for safety. We're locating this hazardous situation. It could be, who knows? But we're assessing right now if it's a relevant threat. And if it is, we got to navigate it. We're coming up to here. Oh, you're in my lane, buddy. If I was a car, we would be hitting each other. So at this point, finding an escape path is really important. Okay, so good thing with motorcyclists, or motorcycles or bicycles or whatever, it's basically not cars, is that we're just super tiny. We can find really cool escape paths. Okay, do you guys like to play around? I like to get on like the line and see if I can maintain a line like a balance beam and realize how short or how small of a profile you really are. It's kind of fun. But yeah, that's exactly what he did. Found the escape. Shot through right there. Look at that. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice and easy. going through there. If we were a car, you know, we would have basically just, boom, right here, got hit. So he did a great job, got through here. Now we're going to go ahead and maintain, and we're not going to get hit today. That's great. Good job. Found the escape path. Yeah, too wide of an angle. Dog breath. Interesting name. Okay, we got a corner, chevrons indicating sharp. Whoa, buddy can't pay attention there. Good job with the rider paying attention. You notice how he rolled off the throttle? Yeah, so right here we got a crest of the hill. We got a sharp turn coming up. Yeah, if only he rev bombed the bus, right? It would have solved every problem. So right here we got those chevrons. Okay, we got the chevrons right there indicating it's a sharp left turn. Okay, it might not be super sharp, but it's sharper than a normal turn. That's the point of the signage. And the cool thing is that it's orangish yellow, which is kind of goes along with, you know, what we're trying to do here. There's a reason why I pick certain colors. Well, it's actually the Smith system, but still, it's pretty important. I like doing middle. So we have right here, we have like left, middle, right. Now, people can call it left, center, right. 1, 2, 3, you know, whatever it is. It's the middle. It's the middle lane. It's pretty simple right here. So middle. And the reason why I like that is because if a dumb like this truck driver decided to come over into our lane, kind of like that. So if we're in the left side, we're going to have to do a major swerve to get to the right. But if we're over here in the middle, we just kind of do a quick little, you know, adjustment over to the right. I use the tennis analogy all the time. You know, if you're out on the if you guys played tennis or anything, you're out in the back, somebody hits it to your left, you run to the left, but you get right back in the middle. You run to your right, you run back to the middle. You always try to get back to baseline, try to get back to that middle so you can actually make small adjustments versus now I'm all the way on the left side. Now I got to run all the way to the right, run all the way to the left, run all the way. No, just go ahead and sit in the middle. People are worried about oil and everything, so avoid the oil. If you see oil on the road, just go ahead and switch to the left, switch to the right, whatever it is. But for the most part, when there's cars like this, I like to be in the middle so I can have a good space cushion to the left, so I can have a space cushion to the right, so I can have escapes to the left and right also. And it also kind of helps out with this. That's what I'm talking about here.
What?
Yeah, good job. Yes, and if you want to, Ricky Bobby, stick to the outside too, so you have better line of sight. That's a great option. It's all dependent on how you want to ride, but I love middle. Oh, we're passing in front of a turn. Ooh, we got a... Whoa, trailer dude, no.
The front thinks that the best way to ensure the safety is to block them up like this.
No good.
The result.
What a jerk. We're not going to pay attention too much to this one. Just stay behind the vehicle. And if you have a good straightaway like this, go ahead and make it. So that was a good choice. But watch out. Yeah, watch out. Don't hit your buddy. And watch out for any turns coming up. Oh, you want to cause some problems here, huh? Yeah, that was on purpose. That guy was being a jerk on purpose. And he's going to pull out his phone so he can get their license plates. Nobody cares. Reckless endangerment. Yeah, reckless endangerment, though. So, people like this, they love being like civilian police officers, and cops don't care. Cops really don't care. So the main thing here is keeping your safety. Let's go ahead and skip this. Yeah, he has nothing better to do in his life. He's bitter. All right, here we go. Gorza's Attila. That's his name. Side of the vehicle, watch out. Merging. We got a big hazard situation. Definitely orange stage. Got through it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's probably typical for them. Ted's Moto Adventures. Nice little U-turn. Okay, high rev. Don't hit the curb. Oh, hit a sandbag. Keep it up. Good job. This is where you practice your U-turns. Practice your U-turns. Very, very important. Okay, guys? So go to the parking lot. Go to the parking lot. We got a booklet here. Training drills. Practice your U-turns. Lots of fun stuff in there. Casual rider. Okay, we're going to lane filter. That was an open spot. That was an open pattern. You can see it ahead of time. Did you guys see it ahead of time? Write in the comments if you saw it. Write in the comments. Oh, watch out for that one. Watch out for that one. We're just running into hazards because we're trying to rush through things. And these hazards are going to show up anyways, but it's kind of like our reaction to it. Are we getting pissed, or we're just like, this is just the cost of doing business, basically? Okay, nice little braking. Don't get hit in the rear. There it is.
The driver in the back busy with something else entirely and
wasn't paying attention and just didn't see.
Way, but
We're such a such a small profile. It's really difficult. This is why we need to wear gear. Deviant rider, open lane. Okay, switch over. Don't fight for it, because you're gonna switch over anyways. Make it more. Make it more. Was that a knife that fell out? Okay, this one I can see. Okay, found the escape, got through it, moving through. Watch out for the open. There it is. Switch over. Don't fight for it. You can switch to the right and get back. All right, easy main rider. We're gonna skip some of those. Those are pretty easy. Okay, we got a crest of the hill coming up. We got we just talked about running over a small dog, but we don't want to be running over small dogs. And if we had to, here's the thing. We can run over a squirrel. If we had to, we could. But the goal is, look, we have all this room right here. We could totally, move over to the left, move over the right's going to be, the squirrel's going to the right. So you don't want to like intercept it and run it over on purpose. So maybe go to the left. At the end of the day, you never know. They might run back and forth. That's the thing though. Okay. If you slam the brakes trying to avoid something small like this, you could just crash from slamming the brakes, panic braking, going to brown stage. So swerving, accidentally hitting, okay. Now, if it was like a deer, you definitely want to get away from that. You want to swerve those things. If it's something any bigger, you want to swerve. If it's like a refrigerator in the middle of the road that somehow is walking across, I don't know how it works. What is this? Yeah, you want to swerve out of the way. You don't want to hit anything big, but if you have to, you can run over something small. Okay, what's going to happen here? Usually when it's from a truck point of view or it's something bad happens. Okay, open lane. Okay, we're doing pretty good though. Is this person gonna slam the brakes in the front? We're just moving around, having fun. He switched lanes quickly, very good. I kind of do that. Not a big deal. Keep an open spot for your buddy. There you go. Okay, we're switching back. Is the motorcyclist just gonna be pissed? Motorcycle man. Why are you getting pissed? You just cut off a truck. What are you doing? Okay, law of gross tonnage, guys. You know this. The lug nut rule, whatever you want to call it. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. The only thing saving you in this situation is the fact that the truck driver doesn't want to get vehicular manslaughter. Like, that's the only thing that the law itself is the only thing protecting you. And not a lot of people care about the law. Okay? That was the stupidest thing I've seen today. And I've seen some dumb things today. Who wrote that? The teleprompter. We need to get it fixed. Justin Burton, here we go.
Change the channel, Dad. We didn't do that.
Oh! So what do you think? Was that like gravel in the road surface hazard? So the guy right there, road surface hazard, maybe going a little too fast in the very sharp corner and then slammed the brakes and dumped it. What do you guys think? Write it in the comments. Gravel or a combination of all those things. Because part of what happens with a crash is that it's multiple different factors. So if we're going slow and made that turn and there's gravel, hey, maybe we could have solved it. But if we're going fast, there's gravel, we slam the brakes, we have bald tires, there could be multiple different things that can cause that crash. What do you guys think? That's the cool thing, is that there's not really many wrong answers on that one. Oh, there's a cop. All right, where?
Somebody got a new
car. Don't get in trouble, buddy. It's a red light.
It's like somebody needs to learn how to drive it.
Oh my gosh. What a dum-dum. Ready, set, rusty. All right, here we go. All right, open lane pattern. Watch out for the car on the right. There it is. Why do you think I saw that? So think of yourself, like when you're in that position. Why do you think I saw that? Because it's probably the same reason why you might have seen that. Why would that? This is kind of like, I'm throwing it back on you, because whenever we talk about these things here, it's usually just like telling you my opinion, and I don't want to armchair quarterback, but it's like, this is something that we see all the time. We see it all the time. So write in the comments why you think you saw it. Let's go ahead and go back just a little bit here. Let's watch the situation. The whole point of this is road strategy, right? The road strategy. So we're understanding road behavior, driver behavior. And that way we can at least anticipate something. Why do you think he wanted to switch lanes? Write it in the comments. Here we go. Deviant rider. All right. Are you getting mad? Are you gonna get mad at their smart little schmeat car? All right, don't hit the mirror, dude. It's like the motorcycle's bigger than the car. All right, lane filtering. Not a big deal. I'm not even gonna comment on this guy. Is that it? Is this all the guys are gonna talk about? This is all. Oh, we got Big Jim Bob 3737. Let's go and look at this one. Big Jim Bob. All right, Big Jim Bob 3737. We got somebody coming out. We have an escape path. What are we gonna do? Let's get ourselves out of there. Remember, we can accelerate through the escape path. Give it a little bit of throttle. Make it go. Make it go. Watch out where you're going though, because you don't want to run into a parked car. All right, too fast, too soon. Okay, let's see what happens here. We intersection. We're gonna be in orange stage. Anybody gonna pull into our lane? It's our left turn lane. Anybody? This guy's gonna cut it short. Watch. There it is. People cut those things really, really short, guys. Let's not play around with that. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed that MotoStars video. Make sure you sign up for the MTC Rider Academy, and I'll see you guys around. Hey, that's how we do things. Let's get some music going. We got two more videos. How now that we got our first one done out of the day, how's everybody doing today? We got another one. I'm gonna pull another one up. 1 second, guys. How's everybody doing? One of them today, the last one today is gonna be the ooh. Uh-oh. This is new. It usually just says it's age restricted, but now it's saying it contains graphic and violent imagery. Huh. Interesting. We'll take a look at that one. Pretty soon. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, who here doesn't ride motorcycles yet, but is just currently invested in this? Who here doesn't ride motorcycles? Now, we got donuts. Maybe that's what you guys are here for. I mean, for all the motorcycle riding you do, I mean, you guys don't ride motorcycles? Why not? Write in the comments why. I'd love to hear about it. Whoa, who's pushing all these buttons? Hey, Ann, go ahead and take a seat. It's fine. You can sit in the back. You don't drink a coffee. Go ahead and drink a coffee. Adrian, how you doing? Nessa, it's okay. Go ahead and keep tapping on your computer. Just not the age yet. You have 2 motorcycles. Oh, geez, yo, pops. Come on now. Come on, settle down now. Simmer down now. You're welcome, Jam. Kevin, just took the writing exam today. Still needs to do the driving test. Hey, how did the writing exam go? Did you do okay? Currently purchasing gear, taking my class, but doing it on the down low. My family will kill me. Michael, really? Why do you think that, man? Dan, I saw your email. 1 sec. Pause the music, guys. Dan, I saw your email. The weirdest thing. That's not Dan Shea right there. I had somebody just recently, like I sent a picture to a friend. And it had your knife in the picture. I keep it on my counter. So if you guys don't know, Dan Shea's been around here for about 47 years. He's been a DDFM crew member for about 72 of those. I don't know how to do math, but he got me a knife a while back, a Damascus knife, still sharp. And so I had the knife there, and then like later that night after I sent the picture, because we were talking about the knife, he sends me an email that he finally low sided. It was a low side, but you finally crashed and you get bruises, dude. Hope you're doing okay, man. Hope you're doing okay. But it was just kind of weird. It's kind of weird when that I was like talking about it. Boom. I don't know. Universe stuff. Did he get your email, Anna's? I don't know. I just recognize Dan's name because he's been around forever. I get a ton of emails. Sorry if I missed it. Passed your license exam just 2 weeks ago. Let's go and get the music back. Yeah, there's a lot of non-riders here. So, yeah, you're right, Harry. A lot of non-riders. This also applies, the strategy that we talk about, the smart rider principles and everything. It does apply to car driving. And I make a joke that it applies to walking your dog, okay? So, let's bring that back up. So, seeks, maintains, acquires, rescues, and teaches, okay? So, seeks and recognizes hazardous situations. You're walking your dog on the sidewalk and you see, a coyote coming out or, a rattlesnake or even just another dog that looks like the owner just can't have a good handle on. Well, you're seeking and recognizing that thing. So, you either switch to the other side of the road or you turn around, you do something different. But you're doing something right there. You're doing seeking, recognizing, understanding. Maintaining your fundamental dog walking skills, right? You have a collar or you have the harness, you have everything you need, and you do some obedience training, you can do the sits, stays, you can do voice recall. So you're practicing that all the time. And acquiring and using personal protective equipment. If it's too hot, get some booties for your dog, so their feet don't burn. Get some water, you do all that stuff. Rescues. My dog recently, can we turn the music down? Thank you. Recently had a CCL. I guess it's like a dog's ACL. I've been posting it on my Instagram stories, and I think she sprained it. So what I did was I just took her to the hospital. Turns out she was probably it wasn't that bad. It was just a sprain, but it looked like it was a tear because she was just completely not putting anything on it, and that's rare for her. She's 9, so I was thinking overuse. And yeah, so we got her some meds, and she's doing fine. I think she was faking it. I think she wanted a day off. Whatever. She's a brat. It's all good. But yeah, teaching and mentoring other motorcycle riders. So teaching, hanging out with other dog owners, kind of like sharing stories and everything like that. I don't know why I'm talking about my dog for this long, but you guys know how it goes. Yeah, she's doing better. So what I'm trying to get at here, long story short, is that it applies to pretty much anything. Okay, so they're principle based. So you want to look for the hazards. You want to have the skills to handle the hazards. You want to have the gear or the resources to protect you and mitigate any injuries that could happen. If injuries do happen, how do you solve that problem? And then how do you share your experience with somebody else so that they don't have to go through the same thing? That's it. That applies for everything. It applies to everything. Let's get the music back up. That's what I was trying to get at. But that's why I like doing this. How do I feel about the UK motorbike training? I love it. I love the tiered system. We're gonna get into this right here, but kind of what I wanted to. Let's go and turn it down just a little bit. You know what? I tend to tell you guys my thoughts like I'm gonna do them, but I just want to share my thought. It got brought up because the UK thing and the tiered system. The only tiered system we have here in the United States is that you get your permit and then you can get your license. That's pretty much it. And I feel like everyone is teaching people on what to do with their license. That makes sense. So it's like the MSF teaches you how to get your license. And then I've been teaching you what to do when you have your license. And then all the other schools teach you what to do when you have your license. And I see in the chat, this is kind of why I asked. One of the reasons why I asked is if you ride a motorcycle, and a lot of you say you don't. So it's who's teaching the people that don't have motorcycles or don't have a permit yet how to get their permit, and then when they have their permit, what to do with their permit? Because there's some restrictions, at least here in the United States. In the United States, or at least in Arizona, is that when you have your permit, you can't ride on the interstate, and you can't ride from dusk till dawn. That's pretty much it. And you have to have gear. You have to have a helmet, I believe. And I think in Arizona, you don't have to have a helmet. You You don't have to have a helmet, but if you have a permit, you have to. I believe that's the case. I don't know if they changed that recently. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you do have limitations. And no passengers. Yeah, no passengers. I believe that's another one too. So there are limitations. So I want to teach those limitations. I mean, the Smart Rider drills, it's a, it's part of the limitation, right? We're in a parking lot, just a 40 by 60 parking lot. Let's go ahead and get to that. Just a 40 by 60 thing. And with that, it's just about there's 9 parking spaces, in length. And that's about, 60 feet. It's a little bit more. I think it's like 72. So it's actually probably 864. There you go. And, that's the limitation you have, parking lot practice. So I kind of want to just focus on teaching permit holders, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm saying that is because, they got a little bit of a personal thing. I'm just sharing with you guys with some stuff, right? I'm just sharing a little bit. So like, on a personal note, some of you guys know, I had a 16-year-old stepchild or a stepson and a 15-year-old stepdaughter, and I was teaching them how to drive, and then things happened, and now I can't. But it's almost like I truly enjoyed. So in Arizona, helmet not required above 21. Okay, there it is. I enjoyed teaching those limitations in like the very beginning, and so like for me, it's like I want to teach permit holders that are adults, but it's almost like I'm teaching a 15 and a half, 16-year-old kid how to ride a motorcycle. And how I speak to people is I speak to when I speak to adults, I speak to kind of like the inner child part, because whenever anybody is learning something, they kind of regress, and a lot of people regress into that vulnerable child aspect of learning. And so and we talk about that. I'm going to be talking about that in Unit 6. But how you speak to somebody really affects how they learn. So I just learned how to speak to 15 and 16-year-old and kids. So it's like it's been very easy. It's been very easy for me to talk like that. And I want to teach permits, teach people how to get their permit, and then teach permit holders. And then how I speak is a little bit different. It's not, hey, you've had your license for 3-4 years. Now you're coming to the track. Now I could talk to you like you should know this. Like I like talking to people like they don't know this. And there's a way, I don't know. I'm just sharing some stuff. How did the thumbnail happen already? Yeah, thumbnail already happened. You might want to switch back. It sounds similar to teaching adults how to swim. Exactly, Gordon. So like as any educator here that's teaching somebody like a basic life skill, I guess, right? Motorcycling is not a basic life skill, but if you're teaching like an adult how to swim, you don't want to like yell at the adult that's like 37 years old that's like doesn't know how to swim because they were never taught, and make them feel like absolute pieces of shit. You want them to feel like, hey, you're in a safe place, you're vulnerable here, you could drown, but I'm going to keep you protected. Hey, let's go ahead and practice as a 16-year-old. Let's go to the parking lot. Let's practice on an e-bike, or let's practice on a motorcycle. You're in a safe place. I know this is dangerous, but we got full gear. I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to take it step by step, and I'm going to make you feel okay. Right? I don't know. That's my line of thinking. That's kind of the direction I want to go. That's kind of what I want to. I feel like that's where I am at. I don't like talking to people like they should know things, even though I've lived a life where I did do that for a while, and it just never works. Dizzy Dwarf, thank you. So simplifying things and then gamifying, and that's part of what I'm doing here with the Smart Rider drills. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share a little bit of that. Just in case you don't have the next video in queue, my embarrassing first ever crash is the newest MotoStars video, the first one. Drummer Rides, we do have, in fact, since you're here, I think this is the newest one. Is this you in here? I got to make sure. Drummer Rides, boom, boom. I got to make sure we don't have any dum-dums that get all mad when I make fun of their videos. All right, Drummer Rides, we're going to go ahead and talk about you. You're in here. All right, everybody, Drummer Rides is in the chat. We're going to go ahead and make fun. I'm just kidding. We're not going to make fun of you. Let's go ahead and start recording. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, we got another Moto Starters video. We got Drummer Rides in the chat, actually, during this live stream, and he said that he's in this video, so let's go ahead and make fun of him. Here he is!
The rider slightly overestimated his
Just kidding, we're not gonna make fun of you, buddy.
such speed and braking directly on the side of the road, which was full of gravel.
Oh, there's the gravel, buddy. Oh, right shoulder. So write in the comments so I can explain a little bit more to the people that are watching this after the fact. You got full gear, you checked your knee. What happened? What do you think happened to you? Okay, it's pretty obvious, but I mean... Oh, you got a medical kit right there.
Stop the music.
Stop the music. Leaned on gravel. Okay, okay. Oh, hopefully you're doing fine, buddy. We're going to watch this one because you're in the chat. So those of you that are in like these MotoStars videos and whatnot, and you're watching, hey, look at that. He's got the trauma kit right there. Perfect, dude. It might fall off if you fall on your left side, so be careful with that. I keep mine in my backpack just for that reason. It works great, especially if you're going to rescue somebody, but if you're part of the crash, that's where it becomes a problem. So right here, we're coming up. You have to make a right turn, so there is a lot of gravel. You got sun in the eyes. I'm assuming it's kind of like, you know, towards the end of the day, you were looking at the GPS too much and started to turn late. Okay. So what I like to do in this situation like this is, especially if I see a lot of gravel right here, so I'm going to come up and I'm going to do these like super dumb wide turns. So I can go over this straight. You notice how it's straight versus like I'm coming up to here and I'm just going to do this. Because I'm still kind of at an angle trying to go through. So what I want to do is go a little bit straighter, especially if I have no cars coming and nobody's going to be around. I want to take as much as I possibly can.
The side of the road, which was full of gravel.
So you see how it's at an angle versus like coming in and doing that? It's more of an angle, because right here, you're still in the middle of a turn. With this one right here, where the X is, you're still in a turn. With this one, you're straight. So that's where I would go with that, with the gravel, or go over it straight and then make the turn, if that makes more sense. But if it's all gravel, that's where you utilize the asphalt as best you can and then come in as straight as possible. And that's where a lot of friction zone and throttle control really comes into play, and it's very important to practice that. So we practice that in the parking lot. You can practice that here, but I'm trying to catch up because there's like a 20-second delay or something like that. You're all right. The bike is fine. Perfect. So I'm glad you're doing fine. But that's just the only tip I have for you. So we're learning from your incident. I'm just going to add in my 2 cents to it with my experience. So those of you in the chat, write your own experience and what your own tips are. Okay, so this is something very important. And Drummer, when you see this video come up later, write in the comments and I'll pin your comment at the top. But you got full gear. Look at that. Knee doesn't. Perfect, dude. Full gear. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Acquiring using personal protective equipment.
Stop the music.
Think I have a luscious beard?
Oh.
I trimmed it a little bit. I trimmed it a little bit. You guys remember when it was down here?
Buddy.
Yeah. A little ZZ top going on. Kitty Motor. Moto Tour. Oh! Ooh, what do you think happened there? We got some knobbies. Got a little Grom right there. Maybe, is that a Z125 or a Grom? Right in the comments. I'm just gonna tell you guys, keep writing your comments. Oh. So that's one way to lift it. Write in the comments too, the other way to lift it. Dude on a motorcycle has been doing, what is that, 100 bike lifts in 100 days? And watch her channel and see how she's lifting it. That's exactly how you're supposed to lift it. Dude on a motorcycle. Got Dave, question mark. That's his name. Here we go. Ooh, uncommon. Why? Ooh, that's why. He started losing his, oh, man. When we talk about lug nut rules, maybe he lost all his lug nuts. There it goes. There it goes. So uncommon things. So that when we talk about what's going to happen here, right? It's like, we have a truck here in the far left lane, you know, just doing its thing, nothing crazy. And then all of a sudden slams the brakes and then swerves to the left. You don't know why they did that. So you're in orange stage at this point. You don't know if they're swerving around an object, You don't know if they have a bee inside the cab and it's just, going crazy. You don't know. So what you do is slow down, roll off the throttle, maybe even switch lanes, get yourself away from that thing right there, okay? Got very lucky. Good thing that truck did pull over on the side of the road. Oh, no. Let's see what happens. Great job. Was that okay? The vehicle is in his lane. Good job with the swerve. I am so glad they didn't dump the bike. The Tootsie family
started braking too late.
Okay.
He didn't keep a safe distance on such slippery surface, which ultimately led to panic braking.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, a little bit of a panic. Oh no. All right, got distracted. Here we go. So we're coming up to here. The Tootsie family.
He didn't keep a safe distance on such slippery surface, which ultimately
Space cushions.
panic braking.
Her head fell off. Slamming the brakes. Lost traction. So how did we lose traction, everybody? Slamming the brakes, yeah, but okay, so let me explain it a little bit. I never throw out really good questions. I just say, what happened. I need to direct you with that. So in order to brake, you need traction. In order to turn, you need traction. In order to accelerate, you need traction. When you lock up that front tire, you're removing traction from that front tire. And how does that really happen? How do you lock it up? You go too quick. You're not doing good progressive braking. Where's the progressive braking button? Where's the button? There it is. Progressive braking is squeeze, 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 squeeze. And what that's doing is putting weight on that front tire, giving you traction so that you can actually brake. But if you slam it, there's no traction yet. Hey, Black Cloud, how you doing? Wearing full gear? Okay, let's see. It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. Whoa. What'd I miss? Okay. Okay. Just coming out. Not a big deal. Get out of here.
You need to be more careful.
I'm sorry.
Look very closely.
I was careful. I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No problem.
Scaring her, dude.
I'm officially worried that I'm gonna potentially drop it.
Why? Oh, because it's wet?
On one of these
That's what she said.
turns. I'll keep it straight just fine. It's gonna be on one of the turns.
The wet road, nighttime, multiple hazards. Oh, black truck has no turn signal. Did not stop. There it is. Don't put it into the world, buddy. Don't tell people you're gonna crash because you might crash over here. Wyatt, hope you're doing well.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Pulled out in front of me.
Yep. Doesn't matter though. You crashed. It is what it is.
Can you stop him? I just need to get it. That guy.
Is he hurt?
In front of me. I'm good.
Okay, so he's good. So he's talking about crashing here. So we already have a loss of confidence, lack of confidence when it comes to rain riding. Okay, lack of confidence when it comes to rain riding, especially at night. So we talk about being out at night, having the hazards and not being able to see people, not being able to do things. It's just too much. And then we got the rain, so loss of traction here. So as soon as we see this intersections, okay, so going into these intersections, it's a yellow light. Okay, so we should be slowing it down, but at this point, hey, we're not going to have enough total stopping distance when it comes to that because we have issues with our braking because we have loss of traction, whatever it is, oil now, the surfactant, the water's lifting up the oil to the surface and starting to slide off. Therefore, it's more slippery. We have the side of the vehicle coming up. We have a lot of problems going on. So when it comes to that, we really got to watch out for just sides of the vehicles, intersections. We need to plan our ride a little bit more. We need to locate hazardous situations here. This is one of them, assessing this relevant threat and navigating in this active one. So how can we navigate this? I want to throw this back onto you guys. I would like to navigate this by applying some good progressive braking And so you're just going to be slowing down. You don't need to stop, remember, because that person is going to continue going. And you could find yourself a swerve if you needed to. Cuts 3 lanes. Yeah, he wants to merge on the interstate. So you see how we dumped the bike right here? So we're not close. We're not super close to the car. We kind of are. It's a black, but I mean, it's like we're not super duper close. We could have applied a little bit more progressive braking. This feels like it's more of a panic brake. So lack of confidence. He panic braked really hard. So it's more of like a mental game at this one. And so by the time we hit the ground, so we could have been slowing down right here. You see how the truck is in its lane? And I know I'm armchair quarterbacking this, and that's kind of the point. If we're slowing down enough, we would get to this point with good progressive braking versus getting on the ground and sliding. So if the truck is in that lane, guess what? We have the other 2 lanes to the right. So we need to slow down. So I don't want to say we need to. I would slow down and then swerve to the right. So progressively brake, find an open spot because it bought me some time, and then swerve to the right. There's more time being... It's hard to explain, and that's kind of what I try to do. It's pretty simple just to say he needs to do this, but I want you guys to understand why. And you've noticed, like I said, when we are coming up to here and we dump the bike, this is the moment we could have continued progressively braking, and with progressive braking, we're actually slowing down faster than sliding. That truck is now in this lane. That means we could have been into the right lane. We could have had the option to go to the right lane and swerve. So with good situational awareness, confidence, fundamental skills, we could have slowed down enough to maybe swerve to the right. Maybe. Okay, this is just kind of what I'm seeing here. But you notice by the time we do get close and hit the vehicle's in the left lane straight. That means the other 2 lanes are open.
You saw that, right? He pulled out in front of me. Can you stop him?
He meant he's...
Oh, wait. I lost connection for a quick second there. That's fine. It's recording. Stream's back.
That guy pulled out in front of me.
Stream's back.
I'm good.
So I don't know if you saw this. We'll rewatch it. Look at this guy.
I'm good.
Yeah, so we're lane filtering here, and it's red. There's a red light.
This rider made a rather big...
Oliveris.
We're taking to white.
SW.
He meant his ride hitting the...
100 kilometers an hour, you think? Ooh. Riff 86 DTV. Don't back up into me. Don't back up. Don't back up.
What's going on with this day party?
Don't back up. Oh! Got a little tippity tap by a Ford. So you can get easily squished between those vehicles.
Hold up.
So pull off to the side. Remember, planning a ride is positioning for safety. Be off to the side a little bit here. It was just a little love tap, but it can mess up your rim or your tires.
What happened?
I said it didn't do nothing to the bike. I'm sorry. The car like jerked a little bit. It jerked a little bit. That's why. I apologize.
Okay. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's listen to that. I don't like when people. That's not being accountable. That's just explaining what happened. That's just explaining your side. It doesn't change the fact that you hit me.
What happened?
I said it didn't do nothing to the bike. I'm sorry.
Didn't do nothing to the bike. I'm sorry. You're basically invalidating the motorcyclist, in their situation, and then saying sorry is not a big deal. But then here, it doesn't work for me. And then here's this.
It jerked a little bit. That's why. I apologize.
The car jerked. Well, then control your car. Because everything she just said did not solve the problem. Yeah. What kind of car jerks on their own? Maybe a manual car. She doesn't know how to handle it. Maybe she accidentally hit the gas and is making things up.
On camera. You gonna be on the YouTube in a minute.
All right. All right, buddy. You can be on the YouTubes. All right, here we go. We're on a track. This is where you want to practice. I keep saying this. Look at those runoffs. You're not going to fall off a cliff. Oh, man. There it is. But are those... Is that like stone or is that... That's got to be soft pillars or something. So he low-sided. Damaged it. But look at that runoff. Look at that area. Nice little slide. It's where you practice, guys. It's where you practice. I'm not going to criticize these people because this is exactly where you want to do it. They're pushing the limits. They're pushing it in a risk-averse area. They're speaking different languages I can't understand. Usually they have EMS standby. So here we go. Panel Guyver.
Lucky. The driver on the right.
Anybody remember the anime Guyver?
And he lead to a very dangerous situation.
Left turner. Oh, whoa! Was not anticipating that. Was not anticipating that. Good job. No guard rail pylons. Okay. So we're coming up to here, intersection. Remember, we're planning our ride. Okay, so we're positioned for safety. This is nighttime. It's kind of hazardous. Locating hazardous situation. Oh, yeah, intersections, hazardous situation. Nighttime hazardous situation. Assessing relevant threats. I see headlights to the right, but I was looking at the one in the front. I was focused on the distracting hazard, which is going to be a left turner. That's typical. I'm not anticipating red light runners or stop sign runners. So when it comes to, let's bring that back up, navigating active threats, not much you could have done here. Like, not much. Like, that's the crazy thing. That's the scary thing about riding motorcycles. That's the scary thing about being on the road. So if we were in a car and this happened to us, we would have got T-boned or whatever, you know? It just so happens that we're on motorcycles where we don't have, you know, the A-frame, B-frame. We don't have roll cages. We don't have crumple zones. We don't have seat belts. We don't have anything like that. We have basically our legs on the sides of a machine that's going to get snapped off, and you know, our body's pretty much exposed to everything. So that's why it's deadlier for motorcycles. It's pretty simple to understand that because cars actually have safety features. So right here, you hear the little skidding. That's fine. You know, at this point, I probably would have panicked too. I had a little bit of brown in my pants. You know, maybe a little bit of a, yeah, brown. So here, did a great job. Handled it as best he possibly could. Came out of nowhere. Black car, nighttime, or it's dusk. You know, whew. Yeah, slow down before intersections and check. You can still do that. Roll off the throttle. That's going to help you out because it's going to put weight on that front tire. So if you did need to swerve or brake, you could. Duck Rider 91. Whoa. Whoa. Found the escape paths, though, right? Found the escape paths. Great job. The music moto stars. Come on, man. Oh, no. I think we've seen this one. He just eats it bad. Yeah. So bad that it pixelated his camera upon impact. All right, here we go. Keith O'Hara. Is that a Cardo? Yeah, it's a Cardo Pack Talk Bold, baby. Link in the description for a 20% discount. So good job. So this is how you can handle some of those dumb drivers. This guy's passing on a solid yellow for our lane, not for the other lane that's oncoming traffic. But the rider here saw it in the 360 situation awareness, looking at the mirrors, double checking things, and realized that if they fought for the lane, the car is going to try to take it anyways and probably knock them out with law of gross tonnage. It's going to win. It's like a sumo wrestler versus, me. I'm not going to win. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. No, I won't. So they're going to come in because we have oncoming traffic. So what this rider did was actually moved over to allow that to happen so that there could be a safe transition between passing and not passing. Because honestly, at the end of the day, if you don't let that person in and they do crash, guess what? All the debris and everything's going to happen. It's going to hit you too. So you do want to play that game of like, okay, shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have to do this. Gonna do it because you're going to kill us both. It's selfish, but do it. So move over, let them in. Because look at this. We're barely letting them in. And then guess what? Right there. Great job with this rider. Great job with this rider. It's really good. Good job. I appreciate the defensive riding, courteous riding. V4 rider, I've seen you before. Same thing kind of happened there. Kind of dumb. Handled it. Just move on. Old guy riding. Ooh, there you go. Good swerve. Get out of the way. Handled it. Not much to say about that one. Same thing here. Old guy riding. Somebody's passing. Acting like an idiot. Okay, we're going to handle it. We're just going to keep going. Same guy. Here we go. Nice little turn. Perfect. Watch out for this guy's going to want to pass. It's an open lane pattern. You're in the blind spot. Apply the brakes. Let them in. Not a big deal. That's another dumb driver. Here we go. We got a Prius in front of us, and we got old guy riding again. We got side of the vehicle, orange stage. And we're going to go ahead and apply some good progressive braking. They saw us ahead of time. It's another Toyota. It's all these Toyota drivers. Got a quad lock on. Very good. What are you doing there, buddy?
Wow.
Is this all in one day? Hey, is this all in one day? No. Really?
Wow.
I guess it is. Here we go. Riding resilience. Nice gloves. I love dark brown gloves. Ooh. We got a little side of the vehicle. We got it front of the vehicle. We're going to swerve out of the way of everybody. Good job. Handled it well.
One, I thought I wanted to stop.
The driver from
Who here drives a Toyota?
completely ignored this rider.
And you don't drive a Toyota?
His attention.
No. Okay. Good. Here we go. Ooh. Good swerve.
Jesus.
Jesus. Look at that. Look at that. The cup holder, yeah. He's got his coffee. He's relaxing. Is this was it a Honda Goldwing? Is it a Honda Accord? Or you drive a Honda Accord? I was gonna say this is a Goldwing, I think. So we talk about planning our ride here. So position for safety. I like to position myself in a way that it's gonna set me up for success and for safety. So see this, move over. Now we're in a new position. So we went through this whole thing. Let's just go ahead and start all over because we talk about, we talk about this all the time. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. Obviously, I'm going to reset everything. Let's talk about the plan method real quick. Let's bring this up. So positioning for safety, here it is, so you guys can see. So when it comes to positioning your safety, you want to make it to where you have good space cushions, line of sight, and escape paths. You always want to have one good escape path. You want to have good line of sight. And space cushions are in front, side to side, and behind you. So that's how you're going to position for safety. That's the goal. That's what you're constantly going for. So locating hazardous situations, okay, part of the plan method here is identifying those hazardous situations. And that's going to be corners, intersections, blind spots, open lane patterns, sides of the vehicles, or I guess that's going to be the assessing. But locating the situation where it's like, maybe I should start putting myself in a good position or adjust my position so that I can do these escapes, so I can be prepared for braking, so I can be prepared for swerving. So that's why we roll up the throttle going into intersections. That's why we do slow look, press, and roll going into corners. That's why we cover our brakes when it comes time to going through any of these things, just in case you have to slow down and maybe slow down to swerve or whatever it is, progressive braking. Assessing relevant threats. We talk about side of the vehicles. They start creeping out in the intersections. We talk about people wanting to turn left in front of us at intersections. We have road surface hazards. Now, a relevant threat of a road surface hazard is in your lane. A road surface hazard in the other lane, not a big problem, but it's a good indicator there could be something in your lane. There's also situations and threats when it comes to like chevrons, like different little indicators that something could be happening. Lots of animals. You got dogs on the side of the road with a pet or a pet owner. You have like a herder with some sheep. You see one deer run across, there's probably going to be a couple others. So those are the things that you can be watching out for and making sure that they're actually relevant. If you see a parked car, like you're riding through a neighborhood, parked car in a driveway and there's nobody in it, it's not a threat, but that's what it looks like. So you always want to figure out if it's relevant to you and your situation that you're currently in. Navigating these things. So if you have a vehicle like this right in here, so if we go through the plan method here, we're in a position right now for safety. We were in our lane, so there it is. We located a hazardous situation. We assess if this is a relevant threat. And now we're going to navigate ourselves into a position to where we aren't going to get hit. So what he did was slow down a little bit and then swerve to the right onto his shoulder. And the reason why I was able to swerve to the right on the shoulder is because when we were positioned for safety, what were we looking for? We were looking for escape paths. We're looking for line of sight, and we're looking for space cushions. When it comes to this right here, we have a space cushion now, not getting hit. We have great line of sight, and this is our escape at the same time. Okay? He did a perfect plan method here. Perfect job. Handled it. Let's take a look at it in real time. So we're in the middle, position for safety, locating this hazard situation coming up, assessing. Yes, it is a threat. We got to navigate.
Attention.
What?
There it is. Navigation, moved over, moved back. You could do. You might be able to do that in a car, but at least on a motorcycle you can. Did a great job.
Jesus.
It's an excellent rider. Well skilled. Liquor Chronicles. Love watching this guy do his stuff. There's a side of the vehicle. That's a relevant threat. We're going to navigate around it. Get back over. And once you're past them, I don't care. We talk about rev bombing. Don't do it. I don't care. I don't want you rev bombing before, because now you're removing an option. Because what you're doing is removing power from the rear wheel. You might need acceleration to escape. Did it afterwards. Whatever. Just don't crash to this corner coming up.
What are you doing?
Look forward. Now you got a corner. Now you got a corner. There it is. Now, look forward. There you go. All right, here we go. Doing some more. Get a jacket, though, please. Oh, big boy. Good. Whoa. Great swerve. So there's a lot that goes into this one right here. Let's take a look. So for us, we have a line of sight problem. We have a line of sight problem because that vehicle is breaking our line of sight. So what I'm talking about here is we're looking, and it's like it ends right here. The line of sight ends right here. You don't know what's past this vehicle. This guy's a little bit ahead, so you can probably see a little bit. But then that truck just comes out of nowhere. Okay, so we assume, so this guy right here assumes that this truck is going to get into this lane. So he's like, okay, I'll just swerve into this lane. So last second, he swerves into that lane. He's supposed to be safe, right? Oh, I'm not going to be able to make it. So then he swerves where the gap is increasing, which is behind the vehicle, because the truck is moving forward, so behind it is opening. So great job. And he's on a cruiser, by the way. You don't see this a lot. Then he swerves left. So not only did he swerve right, he has to swerve left. So this is why I talk about when you make that adjustment, you swerve to a certain way, and then you start flipping people off, rev bombing, you're not out of the woods yet. You're not. You got to get yourself out of that situation, and then, yeah, go ahead and do your thing. But yeah, we had a whole issue, couldn't see because this truck or this vehicle's in the way, not their problem. Obviously, we're all driving. Thankfully, we're behind everything. We could witness this. But then that rider up ahead had to do some work. Great job. Red stage maneuver. Handled it. Lived it. That would have been a fatal accident probably. Are we going too fast though? That's another thing. Are we going fast? Are we going fast? Are we going above the speed limit? So if we can remove some factors. Okay, so we talked about what was good. It was a great swerve. Amazing swerve. What is it that's something we can get rid of, that we don't have to take with us after this? And I have a feeling it's going to probably be the speed that we're doing. Great job. And ape hangers. Woo-wee. He's stopping for a drink. Yeah. Have a drink. Oh, there's a little swerve, side of the bicycle. We're going 90. I'm hoping that's kilometers. Side of the vehicle. Ooh, you see how the honk didn't do anything? You see how the honk didn't do nothing? So we honk and it doesn't do anything. But then all of a sudden we had to apply the brakes too late. So we have perception, reaction, braking distance here. That's your total stopping distance. So we want to be able to perceive what's happening. Then we have to do something. So it could be swerve, it could be braking, whatever it is. But if you're braking, you have that braking distance that you need, because you can't just stop once you decide. And also you need like a swerving area, the escape path for the swerve. So if you wait to the last second to brake, or you wait to the last second to swerve, your escape path just got small and your braking distance got small. So here, honking is a wasted movement. Here should be braking, because this is our total stopping distance right now. This right here is our total stopping distance. Now, we don't start braking till like right here. Now this is our new total stopping distance. I want all of it. Give me all of it. Now we're braking. Now, crest of the hill, what hazards do we have here? Anybody coming around this corner unexpected? Good job, saw the deer. Watch out for one more if there's another one. There you go. Good job. It's a great looking road to have some fun on. Ooh. This is not going to be good. Bike blows up at 180 miles per hour. Oh, no. You think you blew your bike? That's what you said. Oh, yeah, he's like, cut it. There you go. Shut it off. And you can also, so real quick, turning the key shuts the bike off, shuts the engine off. You can also shut the engine off with, because if you have your both hands, you can shut it off with the engine shut off switch.
I don't know what, I felt the bike shake.
Yeah. Let's see what it looks like. What happened? We got oil leaking everywhere.
Your wing! No, no. Your wing! Yeah!
All right, everyone's doing good. Everyone's safe.
Bro, I felt that.
Bro, because you didn't turn it off.
I had no clue.
All right. All right, we're out on the track. And we low side.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I ended
So a little low side, not a big deal. How did I turn an 11-minute video into something that's 30-something minutes right now? Jeez. Let's go and skip this. All right, I guess that's it. Thankfully, that was... So, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, make sure you sign up. Hit that subscribe button, but sign up for the MTC Rider Academy. It's our online academy that we teach those lessons that you just saw. But, yeah, sign up. Links in the description. I'll see you guys there. Whew. We got more. We got more. We got one more. We jumped ahead. Oh, do we have more? 22 bikers. Yeah, we did that one. Could have swore I've done the 10 minutes of crazy. Maybe that's just getting me. Let's see. Yeah, I just did that. No, I didn't. I was gonna do that. And then we skipped. My favorite... So we got a question here. Donuts would be amazing right now. My favorite morning pastry. Guys, what do you think my favorite morning pastry is? I don't know. Just take a look. I really love donuts. I love donuts. I love maple donuts. Some crepes. You guys want to get? You want some pizza? We'll get some pizza. Let's get some pizza. Hey, yeah, can you? I want 50 large pizzas. Put most of them in the instructor's lounge, and we'll hand them out to members after. But we'll bring a few in here. Yeah. No, I love pastries. What do you guys like? You guys like waffles? Some scones? What do you like? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What do you like? Let's see. Let's make sure we get Where is... Oh, yeah. A French cruller. I'm gonna have to Google that one. A French cruller. As far as donuts go. Let's see what that looks like. French. Ooh. Okay. Are they Are they stuffed? Fancy. I need that in my life. That, for some reason, does not look appetizing to me right now. It looks a little... This looks more. Jewish donuts with fillings. Oh. A Polish... Alright, I gotta copy and paste this. With a Polish... Nope, nope. What is this? Okay. 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 I'm not Googling blue waffles. I've been on the internet long enough. Hunter. Calm down. Calm down. I was born on the internet. What? Jewish donuts like bagels. Portuguese pastel. You know, just because the blue waffle thing came up. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not. Portuguese custard tarts. This is why I like talking to you guys. Like, we could just be talking about random stuff, and I haven't had lunch. My go-to commercialized pastry for the mornings and evenings and dessert and late night snack and waking up at 2 a.m. and eating not donuts, Pop-Tarts. Making you hungry? Yeah, bring the pizzas in. Yeah, just set them down. Put them on like fancy wood, hand. Yeah. Let's take our time, get them out of the box. Yep. All done? Okay. There we go. We got some pizzas for you guys. Only 3. We have 200 people in class today, but you can split it. So we might have to make the slices pretty thin. Yes, I know we have 47 of them in the instructor's lounge, but you're not going to get those. I want those. They're mine. They're mine. So grab yourself some pizzas. My favorite pizza topping. Honestly, you can't go wrong with pepperoni. I've been getting into the white sauce pizzas though lately. What kind of pizzas do you like, Kevin? Ann, what do you like pizza? Just wondering. What kind of pizza do you like, Ann? Are they for members only? Yes. So, Elad, go ahead and grab pizza. You can go to the members lounge and grab one there. Supreme. School pizza. Those. Oh, oof, yeah. I have a crowbar. Where's the lounge? Calm down. Margarita pizza. Who here likes margarita pizza? Lionel, I'm sorry. You don't have to eat it. Margarita pizza. Who here likes margarita pizza? I like margarita pizza. I've been kind of experimenting a little bit when it comes to like, I don't know. I want to try new foods. I have no problem trying new foods. I'll try something 3 times. And then if I don't like it, then that's it. And then once the year rolls around, I'll try it again. I'll give it a year wait because taste buds change. Truffle pizza, interesting. Plain margarita pizza with extra cheese. Anybody here had a mac and cheese pizza? Anybody here have a mac and cheese pizza? Dude, mac and cheese pizza. There's something about it. There's a place here called No Anchovies. And they have a macaroni pizza. And it's delicioso. That's I believe that's Italian or something for delicious. See, I could speak other languages. Okay. I might have to switch to twice because I keep trying Indian food every year, and I don't know. That's no es bueno. That means tastes like shit in Spanish. Tortellini pizza is banging. Yeah. Baked mac versus creamy mac. I like baked. I don't know, guys. Are we talking about food right? What time is it? Oh, geez. It's getting close. I know I'd like Dan, both bald, both have a beard, and love cheese. Yes, it's not good for my cholesterol, though. I've been not drinking caffeine for like a week now. I say a week, but it's actually been like 3 hours. And no, I'm just kidding. It's been a couple days. Well, thankfully I still have my third try for the year for Indian food. I think what I'm gonna do, I just switched my new philosophy. So I tried things 3 times, but let's say first time sucks, second time sucks. All right, here we go, third time. I can't do this. That hurts. I feel dumb doing that. I broke my finger back in the day. Try things 3 times, and that third time it tastes good. Well, guess what? We just knocked it. Oh, I almost got you guys. We knocked it back down to 2. I don't know. I don't know. I got one more try on me for Indian food. So there you go. Not drinking caffeine. I know. We're gonna get into this next video, guys. Don't worry. I don't know. I had like this spicy chicken and rice. The rice is always good, but it's just, I don't know. Yeah, drinking caffeine. I actually kind of lied. But I was drinking 2 energy drinks a day, or like what was it? Black Rifle coffee, like 300 milligrams. I'm all blurry. 1 second. There we go. And it just wasn't doing anything for me. It was like that meme. Let's go and turn that down a little bit. It's like the meme of like caffeine doesn't do anything other than like raise your heart rate and give you jitters. It doesn't give you energy anymore, like you drink too much. And that's what I was doing. And so I stopped, and then I've been just taking naps throughout the day, which kind of affects productivity. But I don't care. We'll get you diabetes. I drink the sugar-free, but still it's not good for you. Black Rifle coffee is very good. All right, guys, we got to get into this. You guys are distracting me. You're eating your pizzas. You're getting a little tired, you know. Just go ahead and lean back in the chairs and chill. We have one more video. I'm doing naps wrong. Yeah, when I do a nap, it's like, okay, I'm going to do a 20 to 30 minute power nap. And I wake up 4 hours later. I think 2 days, like, what was it today? No, yesterday. No, Friday. I was going to say, because it wasn't the weekend, because I don't care about sleeping like that on weekends. But Friday, like, I was like, I'm going to lay down. It's like 1:30. Alexa, set timer for 1 hour. And it goes off, and I wake up at 6. I'm a good napper, though. I'm a good napper. I sleep well. And I went to bed like at 10, 11 o'clock. All right, guys. How do you guys do naps? You guys remember back in the day when I used to be like, okay, Google, do a barrel roll. Hey Siri, set alarm for 2 a.m. Everyone has a 1 hour timer now. All right. We're starting to lose people here. Let's get some music going. Let's get some, I'm totally not sure what's 4 hours from now. I barely take naps, but when I do, I try to take an hour nap and wake up 5 hours. Exactly. All right, guys, we're going to get into this one. Let me make sure I have, okay, we talked about the plan method. Let's see. Let's get my magical. There we go. Let's get my magical thing up. Let's see. That's what she said. Let's see. What lesson should we talk about today? Anybody crash?
And right there, that car just pulled directly in front of a motorcycle, causing him to swerve to the left. Things I have. Lady didn't pay attention. She literally just turned into her driveway, and for
I think we're going to have a rescue video. You guys want to, should I go into an assessment on this? What do you guys think? The assessments take probably about 10, 15 minutes, and I just go hard. That's what she said. Full on assessment. All right, guys. So what I'm going to have to do is, let's see. We already talked about rescue. We'll do remain calm. No, that's not remain calm. There we go. That's remain calm. Let me go ahead and make an adjustment because we're going to have an actual lesson here. It just got serious. It just got super serious. All right. Guys, we're going to have a rescue video. There we go. Let's go ahead and put that back up. Things just got serious. All right. We got a medical video today. Yeah, make sure you guys turn off your alarms that I just set for you. Sorry about that, Ann. Can we look at the crush again, or is it? We'll look at it. It's in this video. I just wanted to make sure I had this ready to go. Okay. You know, it's more of a gear video, though. No. It's not a gear video. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and hit that record button. Let's get back in the fun mode, and then we'll get back to serious over here. And we are recording. Here we go. So we got 10 minutes of crazy and epic motorcycle moments. There is a bad crash in this one. Right there, very high energy. There's the crash. We're going to talk about that. It might be a separate video. So if you see this without it, there it is.
In trouble episode for you. I hope
Bikers in trouble.
will learn
Intersection.
from this situation. So check this out and ride safe.
Cut across. Thankfully, it wasn't a car. They rushed through. ZJ Rides 117. Here we go. Side of the vehicle. We're going to swerve. Good swerve, buddy. Good swerve. Bohemio. Whoa! Got very lucky. Very lucky. So in that situation, what you can do, if you do have a more powerful machine, because you couldn't really swerve to the right because you're going to run into that person in the other lane, is that you could escape by accelerating. Okay, so your escape path can be in front of you. It doesn't necessarily have to be slowing down and stopping. It doesn't necessarily have to be a swerve. It could just be a straight line with a little bit of an acceleration. And I do this, like you don't do that. You just give it as much as you can, but then like lean into it, okay? Flashbacks to MVAs and stuff, a little bit. It gets me in that mindset. Yeah, go ahead and like, what are you doing, buddy? Orange Rider.
Directly before
Sparrow Orange Rider. There's a little KTM going on. Oh, subscribe and like.
Any major damage.
Very dangerous area to be playing around. Ooh, good job saving it, but we're kind of cutting it close there. A little bit nutty. Real Bamika. Swerve left. Get yourself out of there. They're going to win that. Good job. It was a merging area. That was an orange stage situation right here. Let's go ahead and get up to here. Let's put the orange stage back up. It's going to go away. Now it's back. So emerging areas, interstates, they're really the only issues that you have there other than road surface hazards and then other roadway users. So emerging areas are the only real intersections on interstates. So that's why they're a little bit safer. It's more of a straight line, but you are going higher speed, so it's a little bit scary when you have to make a swerve or do emergency braking. But Find those escape paths, plan your ride, get yourself out of there, position yourself for safety, assess, navigate. There you go. Move on. But when we're coming up to those merge areas, that is a hazardous situation, so locate those. There you go. Move on. Now it's an open lane pattern. You see that right there? You see that car? So the car in front, that black car. Take a look. You can see it up ahead. It doesn't affect us because it's up ahead. But you see how that right lane is slower than the lane that we're currently in, and then that black car is like, I'm going to switch over. So what do you think this white car might want to do too? So this is when we start getting to driver and rider behavior, understanding how things move. That person moved over, this person might want to do the same thing, but now we're close to this person. So at this point, start looking into your mirrors, start maybe thinking about going over here into this lane and just kind of like maybe even position off to the left of your own lane. Just in case they do that, then you could just do a quick adjustment. But if they don't do it, you're over here, and then just kind of get back in the middle. Not a big deal. Here we go. Ooh, made a choice though. He was target fixated. I believe he was target fixated on the median and that pole, and that's how people crash into like the most random things. It's like, how did you crash into that pole? It's like, well, I was staring at it. You were looking where you wanted to go. But that's what was happening. He was looking, I believe he was looking where he wanted to go. Right here, which was towards the pole. But then he made an adjustment of looking where he wants to go for the escape. So when it comes to your escape paths, it's not just like, oh, I have it. No, you look at your escape path when you go to it. Because now you're using target fixation, which a lot of people associate as a bad thing. It can be if you're using it for the wrong thing. So I don't want to use guns or anything like that, but it just any tool, basically. So if you have a screw that you need to screw in, you could use the wrong tool of a hammer. So utilize it the correct way. Get yourself over, look where you need to go, use the tool like it's supposed to. So look that way now. Find the escape. My analogy is terrible. I'm working on it. Whatever. Probably didn't make any sense. Kind of made sense, didn't really apply. Whatever. Here we go.
In this whole situation, the biker most appreciates the appropriate gear.
Kind of boxed in a little bit, not a big deal.
Managed to get up.
Whoa, probably inexperienced. Just inexperienced, that's all. Don't want to make these mistakes when you're out there riding. I don't know what happened. Something could have locked up. Straw dragon, here we go. Intersection, green, check both ways, make sure nobody's coming. What are you doing? Let them in. Either let them in or accelerate to get so they can get behind you. Doomhead, here we go. A little stoppy. Got a little stoppy going. You see that? A little stoppy. And then lost balance. Dumps the bike. Wear gear just in case it crushes your leg. Interesting editing. Filmed with a vertical video. Gosh, I'm sorry. Motostars, get different music, please. I hear it every day. Tommy. All right, watch out for any open lane patterns. Anybody want to switch in front of you? Brake lights. Position off to the right a little bit more. Oh, there you go. Good job. Now get back in. Get back in. And then I would stay right here. That's the position I'd be in. Right there. You see that line of sight that you have moving forward? That means you can also see the vehicles in front applying the brakes. So you can brake when those vehicles brake. You don't want to brake when that truck brakes because then you're reacting off of something right in front of you. React to something way off in front of you. Okay? And then you also have that escape path straight ahead or off to the shoulder. Very easy to swerve. Very easy to get yourself out of there. And space cushion right now is really good. Really good. So I like this spot if I was stuck here. This is where I'd be for positioning for safety. Okay, so locate, assess, everything, but position, that was a good position.
5.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this one. I'm going to wait for position for safe, or the plan method to go away. First and foremost, good job with the quad lock. So this is going to be, I haven't seen it yet, but this is, he's going to do a quick little after action on it. He's talking through it. So we're going to watch it first, and then we're going to go over a quick assessment. I'm not going to go over too much, but I'm just going to go ahead and free flow it.
Right through here. So we're staying as tight as we can. Right there, that car just pulled directly in front of a motorcycle, causing him to swerve to the left swerve to the right, lock his brakes up. As he did that, a Can-Am Spider behind him was not able to brake in enough time and ran him over. It was absolutely probably one of the worst things I have ever seen in my entire life.
Hey Siri.
So all it took was 3 seconds of somebody not paying attention to cause this accident. This lady didn't pay attention. She literally just turned into her driveway. And for anybody saying that you were able to actually see a gap that she was able to drive through, I'm gonna put a zoomed in view in here where you can actually see.
Take a look.
She had absolutely no room to pull in front of this vehicle. There were only 15 motorcycles at most behind us here, to where if she would have waited 10 to 15 seconds, she would have been able to turn into her driveway without impeding the traffic of any of these motorcycles.
Yeah, you can see she just cuts right through. Yeah, she accelerated through.
Right up, I don't know if anyone else has called yet. Someone pulled out in front of a bunch of motorcycles. We got 3 people.
Okay, see, okay, I'll keep quiet until it's my turn.
There's a cop already here.
Very good.
As soon as you make a left on 616, like you're coming up the hill from Struthers, right past.
I do apologize for the quality of this last video here. It was filmed
air
on my
flighted
phone. I turned my GoPro off. I almost completely forgot that I was filming, but I think that people need to see this because there's no advocation for motorcyclists to get in situations like this. The lady who was responsible for turning in front of these people and essentially causing this accident is going to receive a ticket for failure to yield for a left-hand turn, if anything, and I feel that is completely unacceptable.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Thank you for the after action. Thank you for explaining some of the situations. He wants this to be a lesson that we're going to be utilizing. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the main focus here is, I see some comments already. It's like wear gear. Okay, so people wear whatever they want to wear. Okay, being a smart rider, these are just principles that I like to follow. You don't have to follow them too. But yeah, acquire and use, let's go and bring that back up. Acquire and use personal protective equipment. What I'm going to be focusing here is rescuing injured motorcyclists with medical training. And what he's, bring that back up, what he's going to be teaching us here is that with this video, it's going to help mentor the next generation of riders. So overall, this is going to be a good lesson to learn here. So first and foremost, yes, wear full gear. It's going to help mitigate a lot of the injuries that you're going to possibly have. We're talking about your skin is the largest organ on your body. You need it for thermal regulation. You need it for a lot of other things too. But for the main part here is that, you know, bacteria, viruses, basically protects your internal organs from a lot of stuff. And then the thermal regulation. So wear gear to help with road rash. We can go in depth on that, but I don't really want to. Basically level 1, 2, and 3, and even 4 road rash, just like level 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 4 thermal burns. Road rash is a friction burn. It's going to be something that's going to be rubbed versus a thermal burn, which is going to be heat applied. But you can have both. You know, friction creates thermal injuries. So you want to have gear for that. You want to have gear for your head. You want to have a helmet. We see a lot of people here without helmets, and you're going to see somebody on the ground with a traumatic brain injury not getting up because they didn't have a helmet. So a helmet's going to help you with skull fractures. It's going to help you with, you know, your airway, to making sure that it's still there. So if you crash in your face, you actually have an airway to breathe. But yeah, you're going to traumatic brain injuries. Anything could be concussions, traumatic brain injury. Shaking your head back and forth, you start getting a little headache, a little bit blurred vision. That's what we kind of talk about here with head injury symptoms. Okay, so a little bit of a loss of balance and vision impairment. Just shake your head, you start getting a headache. Imagine smacking your brain on the ground. So that's why I wear a helmet. Gloves. If you rip your hands up, you're not gonna be able to work, and that's gonna affect your quality of life. Feet, same thing. Wear boots, pants, jackets, all of that. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Acquire and use, rescue, teach, seeks, and maintains. Nothing we could really do when somebody wants to swerve out in front of you. We assume that we have good safety with a big group like this. We stay nice and tight, but you can't anticipate what other people are gonna do. So this could be a lot of that whole complacency of, hey, we're nice and tight, we have a nice group, we're all staggered, nobody's gonna do anything to us. Not necessarily the truth. We are witnessing it right now. So don't put that in your mind that if you're in a group ride, you're safe from other drivers doing stupid stuff like this. You're not. So that's why I still wear gear. That's why I make sure I still have a rescue pack, which we sell in the shop right now. Comes with a bunch of stuff. Make sure you check it out. But just in case something like that happens. And I'm always seeking out. So the road captain in front should be paying attention to these things. And then everyone in the group should be paying attention to things. You're still riding your own ride. It's just that you're in a cohesive unit so that you can actually all do the same good thing, if that makes sense. So let's see.
So we're
going to get up to the point where we have a crash.
Right there.
So we just saw it. People are starting to anticipate things. We have our hand coming up right here, and this is why we use Cardo Pack Talks. We use Bluetooth systems. They have the dynamic mesh and everything, but you're able to call 911 and keep your helmet on. That's a really cool thing to have. We do use quad locks here, so it stays on the handlebars, so you can actually dial 911. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that when it comes to remaining calm.
There, that car just pulled directly.
So right there, just real quick, I'm going to point out as much as I possibly can, because this is going to, it's almost like everybody's going to do a little bit of what you could be doing. So look at the woman in front of us. Just look at the woman in front of us. We start to panic a little bit. So the point is we do need to remain calm and ride our own ride, right?
That car just pulled directly.
A little bit of a jostle. That means we applied the brakes a little bit too hard.
Directly in front.
Which is understandable because something like this happens.
Motorcycle.
So everyone's waving everyone down. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and mute that. So we're coming up to here. And now we have people on the ground and everything. So this is where it's very easy to go into the fight or flight. This is where your nervous system really kicks in. If you're not used to traumatic events, or if you're not trained to those traumatic events, and this is where training really kicks in, to where you see this all the time. That's what I'm trying to do here for you with an after action. We're looking through these things. I'm talking you through it. So maybe something like this does happen. Maybe my voice kind of kicks into your brain. I get some emails about that. I get some comments about that some people have crashed, seen crashes, and then all of a sudden the voice of remain calm, ensure your own safety kicks in. And that helps them out a little bit. So I'm hoping this is going to help you out a little bit too. So first and foremost, remain calm. You don't want to be a part of the accident yourself. So if we slam the brakes, dump the bike, now we're a part of it too. The biggest thing here is getting 911 or emergency services en route already. Okay, so the chain of survival, first thing the incident happens, we can show up, and then we need to get people to show up. So dispatch needs to be called, fire and EMS needs to be showing up, and then we can possibly get some surgical stuff happening in the hospital. But in order to even get to the hospital, somebody needs to call. So that's a big thing. But before somebody can call, we could probably help too. So we can hopefully save some lives. But big thing, start it. Get it going, get it going, get it going. If you have the most medical training here, point at somebody. That's why it says right there, tell someone. But point at them and say, you call 911. You call 911. You tell them. Tell them what's up. So ensuring our own safety. We're about to jump into that, ensuring our own safety. But at this point, we don't want to get hit by anybody. We don't want another person cutting out in front of us. So we want to get off on the side of the road, get out of traffic, get out of the way for those things. So look for hazards. So we have any gasoline, sharp metal, anything like that that's going to cause you bodily harm. So wear personal protective equipment. Inside here, we have gloves. So you can order this. You can get your own size of gloves. Give you 2 pairs, small, medium, large, extra large if you want. Have some eye protection if you have a helmet on. Guess what this shield is? It's eye protection. Guess what? You have a Cardo Pack Talk. You can continue talking to people using that. You can turn it up, turn it down, whatever it is. You can continue talking to your phone that's on your handlebars by using that. You still have eye protection. Very good. So we're going to look into maybe stopping major bleeds if we ever have to. But let's get up to this. We're still doing an assessment. So we're coming up to here. We're all going to kind of pull over. We're all going to stop. And I muted it on purpose. So the one thing that you really want to do is if you're in a group ride like this, if you can, especially if you're a road captain or in charge of a club or in charge of a riding group, see if you can get everyone to at least start carrying like a trauma kit, or at least something that you can maybe stop major bleeds for the most part. Because, you know, it's for you or it's for somebody else. So if all these people crashed, at least every motorcycle has one. So at this point, you know, we can start having some panic. You see the guy like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? So there's multiple different situations. She's panicking. He's panicking. So there's the fight or flight, fawning. I believe there's another one. Someone write in the comments. But freezing. There you go. So fighting. You see the woman a little bit later yelling. That's the fight response. It's a traumatic nervous system response. He's right now flighting. So is she. She's kind of like doing this. Kind of freezing a little bit. You're going to see people standing around not doing much. That's freezing. And then fawning. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? Start panicking, start trying to like do some help, but not have the training to do anything. So out of all those things, the 4 different things that you could possibly do, there's a fifth one, and that's with training and actually taking charge, being more of a secure situation and understanding that you can actually help doing something. So you don't want to be a part of those. You can feel those. You can feel pissed. You can feel like you want to run away. You can feel like I don't know what to do. What do I do? You can freeze, but you have to recognize that's happening to you and then go back into your training. And I'm hoping this is going to help you. So we're going to go ahead and get off. This guy's doing a great job, by the way. This guy that's narrating and everything, he's doing a great job. So we got some panic right there. People are panicking, like, what do we do? What do we do? We can be pissed and take it out on them, but the main goal is to take care of our group. So there's a little bit more of a panic, like, what do we do? So those people aren't helping. They're not helping. We don't want them on the scene. We want them away. We want people to help. And you're going to see some people actually do that. That's what I like seeing about these group rides. So this guy just told this guy to call 911. He has his phone in his hand. He's going to call 911. What you want to do when you call 911 is just talk to dispatch. They're going to walk you through everything. You don't need to have everything, but the main thing you want to know, or you want dispatch to know, is, hey, there's a motorcycle accident. You also want to tell them how many people are involved. So you can make a guess, like 3-4 motorcyclists are involved. And then tell them your location. And they're going to walk you through that. So right here, we have the few people that are actually going to take some actionable steps. Okay, we got this guy saw the incident and is like, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't know what to do. We see this woman on the ground off to the right just killing it. She's doing a great job. These people are just doing it. They're probably nurses, maybe retired. I don't know. But somebody's doing something, and it's great. I don't know why anybody's not doing anything for this guy. Maybe because he's unconscious, but that should be more of a reason. You can hold C-spine and roll him on his back. But they're working on this guy. They're trying to take his helmet off. Now, here's the thing when it comes to taking a helmet off, and I've mentioned this a few times. And look, there's another patient right there. So you have to start paying attention who's the patients. This is a multi-casualty or mass patient incident, but you have enough resources here, okay? And I know I'm talking a little bit higher than the typical, like, the rescue thing. I'm kind of going back to what I did as a firefighter here. So she's taking the helmet off. I don't want to take the helmet off unless the patient is not breathing and it's a full face helmet. If it's a 3/4 helmet, which means the face is open, or if it's a modular helmet so you can pop it open. If it's a half helmet, obviously it's not covering the face. But if it's a full face and they're not breathing, you need to take it off so you can do rescue breathing. If I don't want to say need, I would take it off if they're not breathing so that I can do rescue breathing. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. But if they have a 3/4, I can do rescue breaths with the helmet on. So the main goal here is to look for any external bleeding. So let's go and bring the rescue card back up, which, guys, by the way, I keep one in my wallet, and it comes with the rescue pack. So stop major bleeds. We want to stop any external major bleeds because by the time EMS shows up and they're bleeding, they're probably going to bleed out and die before they even show up. So it's good to stop it so that you can stabilize as best you possibly can so that professionals can start escalating it. Like I said, going to the hospital and surgical intervention is going to be the thing that's going to solve a lot of these problems. So you can do direct pressure, so apply a lot of pressure. And I don't mean just like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and hold it. No, I mean like you put your knee on top of it and you put some weight on it. You're trying to shut off the blood vessel, okay? So it's either venous, arterial. If it's capillary, you could probably get away with just putting your hand on it, but for the most part, it's probably going to be venous if you're starting to see blood come out. And if it's splurting out, if it's just, pulsating with pressure, that's going to be arterial. You can apply a tourniquet. We do have tourniquets inside of our rescue packs. So we have a tourniquet right there. We have an orange tourniquet, and there's the rescue card that comes with it. We got some bleeding supplies. You got a little Sharpie and everything, so you can write the time and everything. But you want to go high and tight. Now, there's some new stuff coming out that I'm starting to read is that not necessarily always high and tight. And they're even talking about doing some conversions back by taking it off if it's under 2 hours, if the bleeding has stopped. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to do some more research and do a little bit more reading before I really focus on that. But you do have a tourniquet, so apply a tourniquet. So if they're bleeding out on their leg, put it nice and high and tight on the leg. If they're bleeding out like right here on the arm, put it nice and tight up here, okay? Twist, twist, twist. We have how to do that with a rescue booklet that comes with our rescue packs. You can also pack the wound. That's a little bit more advanced, so if there's anything in the junctional site, so right here, if you have like a nice wound right here, you can start putting 4x4 and some roll gauze inside while applying pressure. What that's doing is increasing the pressure inside the hole that's in there to hopefully shut off the vein. There's a lot more involved in there. I do have a video series on Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel. It's by Prep Medic, and he goes over all of this. He shows you exactly how to do it. So links in description for Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel. There's a whole rescue pack and a whole thing by Prep Medic. Did a great job. He's a flight medic and everything. So right here, yeah, so we are ensuring our safety, stop major bleeds. But here's on the back side. So does the rider have any of these symptoms? So we have disorientation, so head injury, spinal, and then shock symptoms. Shock is a pretty much later symptom where you can go into hypovolemic shock, neurogenic shock. Neurogenic is going to be like the spine and the brain basically shutting off the blood pressure, basically stopping the heart doing what it's supposed to be doing, and then dilating all the blood vessels, and that's going to be a drop in blood pressure. It's a little bit more advanced, but the main thing here is head injury symptoms. If you start to notice it, and you can just go based off a mechanism of injury. If they hit their head and there's no helmet, you're going to have an issue with a head injury symptom. But these right here are mainly so that if you don't want them to get back on the bike. In this situation, they have it all. It's multi-system. They have head injury, spinal cord injury, musculoskeletal, so just all over the place. And what you can do is lay them down, stop any external bleeding, monitor any changes. If they get worse, they get better, whatever it is, and then keep the rider warm. Inside of our packs, we do have Mylar blankets, emergency survival blankets right there. So just put that on top of them. If it's hot outside already, they're probably doing okay. But if it's cold out, you want to keep them warm. All right, so let's take a look. Now that we have all that basically situated here, we want to take a look at how many patients are here. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'm walking up. I see people not being helpful like this guy, which is fine. He's freaking out. It's okay. It's what happens. Sometimes it happens. Don't feel bad. But it's not going to be any help. So I'm coming up to here. I have 3 patients, 3 motorcycles. I have 1 patient being tended to. I have somebody on their face, unconscious, not moving. I have another patient next to the trike, not moving. I need people on those people. So when I see this right here and I see 3 people helping, I see 3 patients, I want 1, 1, 1. And I'm going to be bouncing between. It's like, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? And I'm going to grab some people like this, or I'm going to grab some people over here that are not doing anything. And they can at least be muscle. So here, though, what I'd be doing is I'm going to get up to his head. I'm going to hold C-spine, and I'm going to roll him onto his back. Because if you're on your chest, try breathe. Just lay on the ground with your chest and try to breathe. It gets harder and harder because your chest needs to expand. And guess what? When you're unconscious, you're not going to have the best muscle strength. So it's going to be harder and harder to breathe for this guy. So I want him on his back. I want his airway open. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn him over, see if he's breathing, see if he has a pulse, see all that stuff, and then move off to the next patient and try to get him on their back too. If they're breathing, great. We're doing great. That means their heart's working and they're breathing. We're going to try to maintain that. We're going to try to maintain airway. If they're not breathing, not good, but they have a pulse, okay, still doing better than normal, or doing better than what could be happening. I'm going to do some rescue breaths. But I need to have people on these people, because the longer this person's just sitting like this, the longer that person might be bleeding out. It doesn't matter if this person is, being tended to by 3 or 4 or 5 people. We want people on them. We want to be able to solve this problem. We have the manpower. And I'm not going to be the one doing it the whole time. So as somebody with more medical training, I'm going to be sending people to these people. And then if I can, I'm going to be bouncing around and helping out. So that's what I want to do. I want to make sure every single patient is tended to. I don't want to just focus on one, especially the one that's closest. And I know this might be scary for some people. It's like, this guy's moving, this guy looks dead, that other person looks dead. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be doing CPR for 30 to 45 minutes until the ambulance shows up. I'm going to make sure I can take that guy, put him on the asphalt if I have to do CPR. You got to do whatever you got to do. If this is your group, this is your people, these are your loved ones, whatever it is, do what you have to do. It looks like there might be some blood. So we're starting to have some blood come down. So he's got a facial injury, probably a head injury. So right there, we have an issue. We have a brain injury. We're coming up to here. It seems like he looks unconscious too. But we have the mechanism. We have people not knowing what to do. But the main thing here, I don't see an external bleeding, probably internal bleeding. Guy on the ground, not good. Guy over there, not good. Not much I could do else. I don't see much on the camera. He doesn't get up to those people. But my main goal is to get these people taken care of, the patients taken care of. Send people to them, do triage, do everything you possibly can. You have the manpower. And this is where having your group, your riding group, trained in trauma response. If you're in a big group, take the responsibility and do that. Overall, a terrible situation. If at most all you can do, and this is when she gets pissed, There's the fight. There's the fight thing right there. If the most you can do is call 911, call 911. But we need to be helping the people that are on the ground. We really do. Okay, the main focus is bleeding control. So stop major bleeds. If they're not breathing, you do what you want to do. If you want to breathe for them, cool. I would. A lot of people are worried about infection and like, you know, stuff like coming in your mouth and just like it's just gross. And it's like there's medications for that. A 7-day cycle of doxycycline or something will probably solve that problem. And if they have hepatitis or anything like that, it's usually through blood. So if you don't feel comfortable, they have blood coming out of their mouth, teeth, and everything. I get it. You don't have to, but there is also, there's breathing barriers if you have one. We don't have one in here because I don't want to force you guys into thinking you need to do that. But even just chest compressions will help. So just do a continuous chest resuscitation. So CCR. American Red Cross, your local trainers will be able to teach you that. Yeah, only chest compressions in Israel. Yeah, there's continuous chest compression, so CCC, and CCR. So call 911. Terrible situation, but the main goal, like I said, is to make sure that blood loss is controlled, and then patients are actually being tended to. So what we have, there we go. So we come up to here. Good. Now let's go ahead and mute this right here. We got people finally working on them. Looks like he turned them around. We had a cop probably show up on scene. So he looks like he turned the patient over. He's holding C-spine. That's exactly what holding C-spine is. And why does he not have a shirt? He took his shirt off to put it underneath his head. Okay? Very good. That's fine. But you're going to be in that position for a long time. So this is what holding C-spine is. What C-spine is your cervical spine. You have 7 vertebrae in your back or in your neck. And what you're doing, instead of having your neck like this, like laying down, you're holding C-spine and putting it in line with the body. And what that's doing is just the anatomical position. And what's going to happen is he's going to be stuck here. He's stuck. That's your job. So if you want to have an easy job on an incident like this, hold C-spine. You don't have to do anything else. You're going to be stuck there. Your knees are going to hurt, and this is why we also have motorcycle pants with knee protection. You can use that knee armor as was it knee pads, you know? Everyone's calling 911. Now we want to control the flow of traffic. We don't want anybody else getting hit. Terrible situation. So what's happening here is that we have an ambulance on scene. So the ambulance is probably going to transport the least injured person, which is probably the ones that was actually being tended to at the beginning. The guy that was, face down with blood coming out, and then the other guy, they're probably going to be air flighted because they're going to go to a level 1 trauma center. These people are just going to go to the nearest hospital. So, I mean, yeah, that's probably what's happening. You're just getting packaged. I actually had an incident like this, a rollover accident on the way to Tucson when I first got hired here at Northwest Fire District. I was driving on Interstate 8, and I saw a rollover, a little bit of the aftermath. I pulled over. I was the highest level EMS on scene. I was just an EMTB. Handled the situation as two people in one car. It was a rollover. The lady was in the car. She was continuously repeating questions and answers. When I was talking to her, I had a guy that was on the ground. I don't know if he got ejected or pulled out, and he had chest trauma. And so what happened is when the volunteer fire department showed up, they were just first responders. They actually asked me what I wanted to do. And with her head trauma, I asked for a helicopter to take her to a level 1 trauma center so she can get her head checked. She had a traumatic brain injury. And they had an ambulance also, and I said he's probably okay with an ambulance because he's breathing fine. His trending was getting better, but I actually helped load a patient on a helicopter because I mean it was 45 minutes away, but in a helicopter it was only gonna be like 10-15 minutes. For the ambulance, it would have taken an hour or so. So she needed to go get seen, and they had better drugs and everything that they can do to stabilize her. But yeah, that's probably what happened. They made the decision to call an ambulance in because he needs to be flown out. He needs to go to some place now where surgeons can help out. Yeah, pretty scary situation.
I almost completely forgot that I was filming. I
don't know.
He was
That's what I wanted to share. So they have like a whole system out there. This guy's in charge of making sure that this is all cordoned off.
Going to receive a ticket for failure to yield for a left-hand turn, if anything, and I feel that is completely unacceptable.
All right, hopefully you guys like that. I just try to explain like what the scene was and what I would do, and with just the very little information I had. It's a scary situation. It's not something you want to be a part of. It's not something you ever want to see, but it does happen. So hopefully it never happens to you guys. Like I said, I have rescue packs. I have the training. Unit 5 is getting finalized. I got to do the lessons real quick, but yeah, everything, it just happens. That's why as a smart rider, we rescue other motorcyclists. I don't know, just sharing a little bit what I see. All right, Harley tri-gliding. Here we go. We got a side of the vehicle. We are the only open lane, but they're going to get into that turn lane, which they're not supposed to. And we're moving on. So tripping 250 bike, got hit. I'm fine.
This gentleman just came in and let me know what happened. So.
Oh no. Bike's on the ground.
I pressed left when I was reversing.
We'll just see if it starts and we'll go from there.
Yep.
Well, this is the 4th time it's on its side.
So turn around. There. Turn around. Side stand. Side stand. There you go. You had it down. Good job. A little bit of scratches. Hopefully nothing's damaged, but we're good. Red Wing. Here we go. We're gonna switch lanes, or somebody's gonna pass you. Oh! Apply the brakes. Good job with the progressive braking. Progressive braking. We got another thing. We got somebody turning in front of us. Ooh, a little bit of a swerve. Lost some traction because we panic broked. People are going to make fun of me for saying that, but whatever. All right, her options. Wait to pull out. There was no one near me at my rear. Okay. Wait to turn lane for pass. Cross over to slow lane out of my path. Okay, we'll just watch. Okay, switch lanes if you need to. Swerve. Or brake. You did it. She was hoping you would have switched lanes. She was hoping you would have done that. She went into the first available lane. She should have switched a little bit quicker. All right, wear some gear. Wear some gloves. They'll help you out just in case you crash. All right, green. Okay, making it through. Nah, that wasn't an issue. Okay, another side of the vehicle. Okay. Going pretty hard on those swerves. That's fine. You're practicing. Side of the vehicle on a crest of the hill. Okay, good job with the progressive braking. They're going to want to get back into their lane because they're terrible at turning, but good job. Good job. Lane filtering a little bit fast for my liking. Random people getting out of the car. Is that like a typical thing? I'm assuming that's a typical thing if like you're in an Uber or taxi and you're stuck in, and it's like, I'll just walk. Harley tri-gliding, another guy. So watch out for open lane pattern. Somebody might want to switch into there. Like that right there, okay? It's just open. Like you always got to be careful for the open. Like when you're next to other vehicles, you don't know what they're going to do. So if there's an open spot, they might go for it. You're part of the cool kids now? You got a bike? Very nice, very nice. Two cars in front begin to change lanes. Uh-oh. A little open lane pattern here. So we're going to switch into our own lanes. What are we doing? So apply some brakes because that lane is stopped. That lane is stopped. Oof. This is one of the hazards of lane filtering, everybody. So when we're riding with our buddy, we should allow them to get into that gap because they're all trying not to hit each other, but it's just kind of a screwed up situation.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, you're welcome, MotoStars. Thank you for having these videos. Make sure you guys grab a slice of pizza. We had a long video here. Might actually cut it up because we had that crash video. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and get some trauma training. Yeah, get some medical training. Woo! Oh. Oh. That was a... I am so glad I was born with the gift of just talking way too much. I don't talk a lot. This is like the most I talk is when we're in class. Like when I'm by myself, I don't talk too much when I'm by myself. That's kind of weird, but I'm in my head a lot. Jesus. You're welcome, guys. Homegrown, you're welcome. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It's just a lot. I have to filter my brain, so I'm pretty silent. Yeah, I have to filter it pretty. That's why I like the after action reviews, and especially the medical ones, because I don't have to filter. I just start talking. Because and I was thinking about this. So when it came to the training that we would do in the academies and just even the continuous education training, like we had to do 20 hours of fire training every month. And we only had 10 shifts a month, basically 10, 11 shifts a month. So it's 2 hours a day of training on average, pretty much. I mean, some days we'll do 8 hours and then some days we just didn't do any. But part of the training, part of how I learned and part of what they tried to express during the academies is you talk yourself through it. Like every step you talk yourself through it. And so when it came to, you know, like what I did in the after action, and when it comes to like doing the medical stuff or even like tagging a hydrant, you talk it out. So tagging a hydrant, so that's basically hooking the fire truck to the hydrant. I mean, you just talk yourself through it so much that you just memorize every single thing and your actions just follow. You're like, you're the instructor to yourself. And so it's like, get off the fire truck, go to the back, grab the hydrant bag, throw the hydrant bag to the hydrant, grab the LDH off the back of the fire truck, pull it to the hydrant, wrap the hydrant, tell the engineer to go, unwrap the hydrant when you have enough LDH on the ground, tighten the 2.5s off the side. We're talking about a dry hydrant here. We have the LDH in the front. Open the LDH cap, the 4.5 cap. Open the hydrant, get all the debris out. Close the hydrant. Hook up the LDH to the hydrant. Get ready and wait for engineer to have it connected. Call on the radio, water supply ready to go. Wait for the engineer. Open the hydrant. It's usually about 14 turns. Walk back to the truck. Ask for the next assignment. So like things like that, you just go. And so when it comes to the motorcycle training stuff, when it's like, hey, we're gonna start the motorcycle. You walk up to the motorcycle, do a quick inspection around the motorcycle, check the tires, see if there's any fluids on the ground, swing one leg over to the motorcycle while having your hand on the front brake, stand it upright, turn the key, wait for the ignition process to go through, see if there's any lights or anything like that, pull up the side stand, hold in the clutch, engine start, check to see if you're in neutral, check to see if you're in first. I mean, like, there's like little things like that, and I talk myself through it every single time. Doing a U-turn, coming up to the U-turn, see my exit, take a look left. If it's a left, look left, turn my body, counterweight, friction zone, throttle control, make the turn, continue looking, exit out, roll in the throttle. So when it comes to like all this stuff, guys, like talk yourself through it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you know the steps, talk yourself through it. How you guys doing? Steve Spanner, I didn't bring any water. Didn't bring any water. Next week's going to be a big week. I'm planning this week. I'm planning all this week for next week, starting next week. My new schedule is basically next week, Monday through Friday, hardcore working first thing in the morning till about now. And my goal is to train like an athlete, basically. I'm going to be doing smart rider drills. It's not getting too bad out. It's still hot as balls, and then it's muggy because of the monsoon, so I might have to switch between e-bikes and motorcycles, but we're going to get back into the drills. We're going to get back into filming. We're going to do this. I want to do a live stream on Mondays. I know I keep bouncing around, but Mondays just kind of get it through, get it done, and kind of do this when I have the most energy throughout the week. And that way I can edit and I can film other stuff. I have a sponsored video I got to do for Dairyland Insurance. So we got a video. I got to send it to them. It's going to be probably out in August at some point. But I'm going to be filming that. Some tips on how to prepare and what kind of insurance you can get and how to get insurance and whatnot. And then I have the newsletter that I'm going to be sending out. It's going to be the rookie newsletter. I have that actually up on another. Yep, I have it right here. So I'm going to be sending that out probably today. You have Dairyland? How you like Dairyland? They seem to be pretty good. What else do I got? I'm trying to slow down after that. So like once, I don't know if I'm going to be picking up any other sponsors, guys, because like my main goal now is to just, you guys are the sponsors. You guys sponsor this content by signing up for the MTC Rider Academy. So my goal is to not have to do deliverables for any other company. So Quad Lock might be going away. I might not renew. They're great products, but I might not renew like what I need to do for them. I'll still use their stuff and I'll still say it here and now, but I'm not going to go crazy on it anymore. And then after the Dairyland stuff, maybe not pick up another sponsor. Cardo, I just like. Cardo, I'm big on communication. I'm big on the technology of connecting my phone to listen to music, to GPS. Like I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing for them, and it's just an affiliate thing. So, what else? Who else do I have? Revzilla, I don't really talk about. Voss, I don't really. Voss and Chin Mounts, yeah, I might. It is what it is. But my main goal is to focus on the different video series that we have. So After the Ride podcast, I'm going to be working on that. I have that weekly webinar that I want to do, but it seems like the weekly webinar is what we're doing here. You know what I mean? So like I'm really experimenting with the MTC Rider Academy, and that's my own little content thing. It's based off of motorcycle safety. Dirk, I don't know. I can't say it right now because I'm still with Quad Lock. So like I'm really just downsizing stuff so that I can focus heavily on, taking care of you guys. So the MTC Rider Academy, you got the newsletter, got the actual course content. So Unit 5 needs to be coming out. I just need to get that done. But this week is for Dairyland. And then going and doing the Smart Rider drills. I really want to get back into those drills. So my goal is by the end of the year, because I did tell you guys next year around May, June, I was going to try to retire DanDanTheFireman, but we'll see. Because my goal is to move over to Motorcycle Training Concepts. Oh, I need caffeine. So I'm just kind of downsizing some stuff, but I'm downsizing all the external, and I'm focusing on just you guys. Yeah, nearly 600,000 subscribers here. So my goal is to focus on you guys, and it's just a long process. It's just such a long process, and I'm just trying to keep you guys up to date. And a lot of it has to do with just me showing up. And I wanted this year, wanted to travel. I want to get into jiu-jitsu. I want to do a bunch of stuff. I want to get into jiu-jitsu. I want to learn the piano again. But I think what I'm going to be doing is becoming like the best smart rider drill athlete. And so we're talking practice. I've been going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've been eating better. I've been going out and actually socializing. And now I'm gonna, just been over just a lot of stuff I had to do. So now I'm gonna get into the drills and make some course content for you guys. I'm gonna make it sustainable. My goal is to get one video a week for you guys out on the MTC Rider Academy. How do I go out and find people to socialize with? I just start yelling in public. Just start screaming. Maybe take my shirt off. You know? People start talking to you when you do that. They're pretty nice. They're just wondering what's going on. How am I doing? You know? Little things. Then you get to talk to the cops and yeah. Guys, I need to stop talking. I can feel my throat starting to hurt a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and edit a little bit. My goal is to like not work past 1 p.m. So I got 20 minutes. I got 20 minutes because the rest of the day is like, you know, prepping for the next day because it's just a lot of work. I'm a one-man show again. So, crazy naked man with a big beard. I would love to go meet people. Yeah, teach people in person, but I'm refining like what I'm capable of. With the team, it was much easier to do like training for those with licenses and stuff. Like the whole academy is the goal. But now I think what I'm going to do is more of like I'm just straight up going to be a mentor and teach people with their permits. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. But guys, with that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys later.